By popular demand, I've been asked to do a series on feeding, and actually, several of our therapists are probably going to participate in this series. We've just found with the assessments we're doing with a lot of our clients that feeding and food intake is a huge issue. And it's not surprising because if you have sensory issues in your body, you probably have them in your mouth, you probably have them all over your body. So that's not unique. But we are finding that a strong indicator for our sensory kids is feeding issues. And the feeding issues can be things like texture intolerance, it can be things like smell intolerance. But one thing all of our clients with feeding issues have is they have a very limited diet. So this diet can be only 5 to 10 items, and for a 3 or 4 or 5 year old child, or 6 or 7 year 8 year old child, that child should have 10 times that repertoire. We also find that they're not eating all the basic food groups, so you can have some nutritional issues going along with that. And you could have some dietary issues and nutritional issues that you might want to see a specialist about because there could be some deficiencies. But that's a whole nother topic, but it's something to think about. But let's talk about what a typical diet looks like for many of the clients that come in here. Generally speaking, they eat chicken nuggets, they're brand specific. They eat French fries, they eat cheese, they eat crackers, they eat salty things, but that are bready that will actually kind of dissolve. They don't eat a lot of fresh fruits or fresh vegetables. Sometimes there may be one fruit they eat, could be an apple because it's crunchy, but they're very specific even on the color of the apple. They also tend to, they're not eating a lot of other meats. And a lot of times parents ask me, why is that the case? And what we found is that the items that they're choosing are items that I call pre-digested food, which means they're not actually having to work to chew that food. So the difference between a chicken nugget and a piece of chicken breast is you actually have tendons in there, so you have to work at the chicken breast where the nugget actually dissolves. So what we know is our kids are having issues with textures, but they're also having issues with strength and motor control in their mouths, just like they have with their hands. So they pick these things that are very simple to eat, things that actually kind of dissolve and go down their mouth. But we do find that in terms of consuming liquids, even things like shakes, they don't like those because that's too thick of a texture. So there is a texture component. But this is very typical of what we see with many of our clients. And I've actually had parents that have had to have kids that only eat chicken nuggets and fries, and when it comes to a holiday, they have to go to McDonald's and purchase those before the store closes down. So we don't want to see any of our kiddos or families struggling with that. The other thing to remember is if you're making separate meals for your child versus your family, that's another strong indicator. So we're going to have additional series where we're going to be talking about how to work with this, but this is a key point. And if these things are going on, give us a call and maybe we can help give you some suggestions, or you may be a candidate for treatment. There may be some sensory things going on.